Letter of love?
Yes.
And
1 minute.
we looking at our engineer. If y'all go to YouTube, y'all can see what we looking at. It makes it funny if we both tell us.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta do something.
What are you doing?
A book in a dream. It's your girl, Arthur Pamela J. The Brown Girl Message. A message of love.
It's on sale everywhere. Get your copy.
Brown girl, little black girl, with your big tail and your soft curves, and your pretty smile at your own style. Everybody wanna be that girl. Brown girl, not that girl, with your big tail and your soft curves. Everybody wanna be black girl.
She all in the lives and saying YouTube.
The Brown Girl Message is a letter of love to all girls of color and all shades of brown who dare to stand out, stand tall, and radiate as one. Hashtag, we got this, we do this, we run this. My mama told me you can do anything. My daddy told me
You see her rocking to her own dream. That's how you know your head is hot when you rocking to it.
Who's in the choreograph the
Brown girl, I'm a black girl. I set my standards high cause I'm not that girl. I'ma chase my dreams, that's my enemy. I'm a dark girl, I'm a black queen. Hey! And trying to create one another. We continue to uphold. It's on sale on every music outlet.
Yes.
iTunes, Google,
Spotify.
everything. It's 99 cents. Get this message for your daughters. Let them hear this every day.
And get the Brown Girl book. Know who you are. Stupid ass towards my life. Stupid ass. I'm sorry. Towards my life. On every outlet, you need to get Brown Girl, the children's birth book, the first children's book, and the book in the dream lineup, and her other urban books, Fire. Diary, no, Fire is the Diary of a Bisexual. That's the whole title. My bad, I had a brain fart. Fire, the Diary of a Bisexual Woman. Side Chick's gonna be a place. April 2020. April 2020. Okay? You guys, you gotta get in on this. Support. That's the only way we'll rise. Support.
Legacy is a beautiful one. It's designed to overcome I'm saying the best I can.
Look at this shit coming out. Rebel, why you not with this?
A legacy of all things. We can do all things. I love you, Brown Girl.
I love you. Oh, I love you too, Brown Girl. You know in Brooklyn, you have to put hands in these.
20 seconds.
Is that what you did?
It's your girl, Arthur Pamela J.
And Miss LT.
We are Brown Girl, hashtag we got this. We are live on Sadora Radio every second and fourth Sunday. We are in Philly today. We are here in our home, Sadora Radio, in the radio station.
In the station. Love the station.
Yes, I hope everybody had a great holiday.
Yes, Thanksgiving
was amazing. I mean, I went to the parade. It was cute.
I hung out with family.
My family. Me, my two sisters.
I was the parade.
It was cool. I mean, years ago I used to march in it, but this time we got a chance to to sit in the bleachers because my sister works for the DOT. Tiffany Hayes, thank you for them tickets.
Thanks, Tiff.
Yay! And we got to sit in the parade and enjoy it. We got to see the drum corps, the drum bands. Darlene and my sister, me and my sister Darlene used to march in the bands years ago. So we had it was a good thing.
Yes, it was. And so, but like, what type of floats? What was going on in the parade?
Well, the float is no real floats. It's the floats because we saw Sierra, we saw T-Bars and Chili.
From who? So for the people who don't know who T-Bars and Chili is.
From from
See, she don't even know.
TLC.
Yeah, that's
From
cool.
TLC.
From TLC, they was there. Sierra was doing her thing like she always do.
Oh, she was popping.
She was popping. But it was good. Today, our show, we're going to have we're going to talk about a lot of topics. We're going to talk about depression. We're going to talk about the correctional facility and how they have great people doing great work. The talent behind the wall.
Exactly. And there's a lot of talent. If you make a mistake, and we all make mistakes, some people just make a little bit more drastic mistakes, but that does not mean that they can't change and they shouldn't be awarded a second chance. So we're going to definitely talk about that today. The prison system is real flaky, and people get judgments, and everybody got something to say. So now Miss LT got something to say about it too.
And so does Arthur Pamela J.
See, they just forgetting about me, y'all. I just eye candy today. I'm just sitting in the
Oh
car,
my God!
But the rebel is here too. I'm not on Facebook, but y'all can hear me. Now you can continue.
Eye candy.
I'm just eye candy today.
Okay, so we're gonna show y'all the eye candy on live. Do you see all that eye candy? Are you getting diabetes or what? Look at all that sweetness.
Don't worry about it.
Yes.
I'm just eye candy today.
We gonna go to a song right now.
Woo! Jesus. You guys, please, we love our lives. Thank you so much for tuning in. But go to SadorRadio.com so you can hear us continuously. Go to YouTube.com so you can definitely see us. I'm going to sign off now, but I'll be back with y'all soon.
I'm not signing off.
Why are you here to stay? I don't think I'm signing off either. I don't know how to work this shit. How do you work this? Oh.
Radio.
The mic is supposed to be off. All right, so then I'm not on the radio. YouTube, you can cut. I don't know who told you a lie. Somebody done told him a lie.
What does it say over there? Who was watching on the
I'm
big
my cousin though.
We got Gwendolyn Robinson said hi, Pam.
Hey, who?
Gwendolyn Robinson.
Hi, Gwen.
Lydia and Naya Harris said hi.
Hi, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Hi.
And they asked, do we answer people? Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
Please.
And please call us at 215-909-6070 if you have
Tell them
any
that again.
requests.
Tell them that number again.
215-909-6070.
But it's behind us. Learn to read backwards. It's backwards, but learn to read.
God.
We'll say it again.
We're going to have fun today, y'all.
And then you know what? Make sure you can also leave comments or anything you gotta say to us or any of our sister and brother shows at SadorRadio.com. Please make sure you hit us up and let them know Brown Girl sent you. Also, the station is looking for broadcast engineer interns. If you're interested in that, please make sure you hit up SadorRadio.com.
And I'm looking for interns as well. Hey, Audrey Powell! Hey, my love!
Her name is not Audrey, it's Audrey.
That's Audrey, I'm so sorry. Hi, Pam, I love you too, Deborah.
See, why? We talk behind you, right? You stop talking to your people.
Right,
Look at the people.
Yes, but thank you for the blessing. All is well, my love. We need you back on the show when we come to New York. And don't forget, you need to send your headshots because we are looking for actress and actors for side chicks. That's right. That's coming 2020. We're doing big things, big things.
Coloring books,
Oh my
more
God,
books,
it's
a new
amazing.
edition
Yes.
to her urban line.
Yes.
Her urban collection's about to get even
And y'all
hotter.
gonna look for the magazine, The Wall. That's gonna be amazing.
The wall is gonna be thick. I don't even
So we
understand how
really
thick
working
the wall
hard.
is gonna be.
Thank you. I'm amazing. Thank you, Deborah. I'm just acting up. Oh yes, and thank you
She
everybody.
high. She ain't all that. She high.
Thank you everybody for your prayers and your blessings, because they almost took your girl out of here. But I'm good. My car.
Thank God, yeah, amen, amen.
Yes, I'm good. I
cute
walked
with-
away.
She cute with her new car, y'all.
Get out of the line.
Y'all gotta see her new car, y'all. She real cute. All the bells and whistles. All the bells and whistles.
Oh my God. Yes, please, everybody. It's gonna be an amazing thing. If you are an intern and you're looking to work on a magazine to get your credit for school, you're looking for set designers, you're looking for all that, please email us. Let us know that you're interested.
Yes.
It's going to go down. Musicians, rappers, singers, we are doing a soundtrack as well. We are really doing a lot.
You can email us at bgwgradio@gmail.com if you're interested in any of these positions. Or
Brown Girl, we got this @gmail.com.
Any one of them, definitely, yes. If you're looking to place an ad, you're a small business, you're an up and coming artist, you want to get your music in the show's rotation, not just with our show, but with all the shows that's on Sador Radio, you can definitely hit up Sador LLC @gmail.com. And Mark 5, the infamous Mark 5, will take great care of you. We want to get everybody out there. You know, we're into promoting the little guy, because you're no longer going to be the little guy. We want you to be that big guy. You know, you come up with Sador Radio, you coming up right.
Yeah, right.
Well, I mean, the difference is well, we can look at that's very funny. He's still in the business. We can talk about You were stupid. I can't.
I'm happy.
Shy, we waving
Hey,
too.
Shy. Travieso, I love you. I need a song. You need to hit me up. I need you on my soundtrack. Travieso, you know what it is. I need you. I need you, baby.
Or that headshot.
I didn't get the headshot because she want to be in the play. I didn't get anything.
Oh my goodness,
So
no.
we sing it, baby, because we got
Yes. Or the Pamela J. No. Brown girl.
We got this @gmail.com.
@gmail.com or BGWGT Radio
All right, Travieso, hit me up. I need a song on that soundtrack.
I do. It's not, you know, it's not no, I'm not playing my
We'll do it.
because I get distracted with the live.
Next week, we'll put some stuff in.
No, that's all right.
So what do you want to talk about first? What? Yeah, we'll talk about the depression.
Okay.
And yeah, and all that, and the diva and the TV.
Okay, stretch something for the next
Oh,
half.
we got this. Because we're going to answer the phone.
This is going to be mad.
Almost the whole.
And then depression is going to be mad.
I got you.
Because I suffer with depression.
So we got a lot to talk about. Diana.
Doing one more song.
Yes. Oh, okay. I remember. No. Don't do that.
I know. I'm acting up. Kicking and screaming.
So what you can see this from Mars. Did you see that? Look, Mars. You can look. I can bring it back here. You can see it.
We gotta pack that up.
There's more people. There's more things popping up.
Yep.
That's what it's saying. Come on.
What is that?
Gwendolyn's still there.
Hi,
Love you too,
Gwendolyn.
fam. Hi, Rebel. Oh, shout out. And then Ladybug Smith said, hey. Hey. How y'all doing? Subscribe.
Hit that bell.
Tell your friends to subscribe. No, because they gotta get used to it. No, it's live. It's on. It's on. Because mine was doing that too. But you need to stop worrying about that.
My love. How are you, baby girl? We need to get together. I miss you.
Oh, babe.
Oh, Miss Obey. Hi, lady. I love you. I miss you. We need to get together soon. Please remember and come on.
Hey, that was 6'11". I remember. We went back to the 90s real
All right.
quick.
Hey, everyone. This is Author Family Day.
And Miss LT.
We are Brown Girl. # we got this.
On Sador Radio.
So please subscribe, hit the bell, do all of those
Share
things.
with your
Share
friends
with your
and
friends.
family so
Let them
they
know.
can subscribe.
Yes. Okay, so how are you, Miss LT?
I am fabulous, Miss Author Pamela J. My holiday was nice. I hung out with family and the chillins, just hung out, got a little grub on.
Okay.
So my big son had to threaten him a little bit because, he be trying to be neglectful like most of the men in the world. But I had to turn into stalker mom.
Okay.
I said most, not all.
Okay.
Okay. So I had to turn into stalker mom real quick in pajamas and flip-flops. Like, you act like you don't know me. Did I sleep with you last night? I hope not, because that's nasty the way you acting. But now I had a great time. I wanted to talk a little bit today about one, judgment, especially when it comes to people or individuals in the prison system, relationships in the prison system. Do you have any thoughts before I start dumping and unloading?
Okay. First of all, we should not judge anyone. Anybody can make a mistake. Now, I'm going to elaborate on a movie that I just saw that proves that anybody can go to jail for no reason whatsoever. And everybody needs to go to your movie theaters. I saw it the first day it came out, which is Thanksgiving. Queen and Slim, very deep movie.
Yeah, everybody said.
Everybody needs to see that movie because it was a typical couple. She happened to be a lawyer. Okay. She's a lawyer, and they never said what the male character was, but he worked. He was a regular. These were law-abiding citizens, and for whatever reason, the angry Caucasian police officer pulled them over, and he pulled them over, and everything just went crazy from that point because he got angry because he didn't believe that she was a lawyer, and she was questioning him because. If you don't have a reason to pull me over, you can question the police officer. But other people of color, we don't know this. And then again, they are killing our black people left and right. So they're not gonna say nothing because her boyfriend was like, "Can you shut up? Put your hands up. Let him just do what he needs to do and go ahead about your business." But it just shows one little crazy because he was angry, whatever he was mad at. He just went crazy, berserk. And their whole lives changed in a matter of minutes because of this blink of an eye. So anybody can end up in a prison system. And it is simply people behind the wall. It's people that do belong there, but they have served their time. So once you serve your time, What is the next step? Are we supposed to allow them to come back into society so they could be great individuals in society? I mean, a lot of repeat offenders, I found out because I did some research and I talked to some inmates myself. They get discouraged because when us as a people, when they come back in the world, we don't give them a chance. We don't give them a chance at all. And if we're not giving them a chance, how are they going to make it out here? They're going to go right back to what they know, what they got to survive. So now what?
So why can't they have a job? I don't understand what my past has to do with my present.
Because people in the world are judging.
Yeah.
Judging. And I'm not saying, go ahead.
It's not just judging. That's a part of it. What happens is they kind of stereotype them. You know, so when you come out of jail, you already got a stigma on you that you're a criminal, that you have a certain mindset, that you're not good for society. So it's hard for them to even just get a foot in the door. You know, it's hard for them to make any headway when you got people just constantly putting people under their thumb. So, you know, it's up to us as a society. We got to wake up and understand we got to let these people back in, especially if a person is changed. You know, you can always tell when somebody's changed just by their fruit, by the things that they do, by the way that they're living. And if somebody wants to, you know, make an honest living, you know, we got to start giving these people a chance.
Okay, and on that note, let me ask you about this. And when they're in the prison system, do you think they shouldn't be able to go to college?
Well, that's supposed to be what real rehabilitation is, right? Rehabilitation means that you take them in and you actually give them a skill, you give them something that when they come out, they have a shot at being a normal individual.
But they do get skills. This is my thing. The system, the government, our government, they have classes, they have degrees, they can get their degrees, they get all these trades. So we're training them how to do something different, but once they come out, we're not giving them any opportunities to use it because okay, all right, so if I did a B&E, if I did a breaking and entering, don't make me a locksmith. But that don't mean but that don't mean that I can't go on a construction site.
Right.
But you know what?
Right.
You're right. But if anybody have any comments to talk to us about this particular topic,
yes, please
call us at 215-909-6070 to tell us your thoughts on the prison system and
YouTube.com. You can search The Door Radio and you can ask us questions, and our wonderful engineer will read them and we will discuss everything.
Yes.
But please chime in.
Well, just on the sidebar, they say y'all hair look cute.
Thank you.
This is Ladybug Smith. She said it depends on the crime. Oh, and she said preach, Rebel. Oh my God. I'm preaching today. I'm in preach mode today.
Well, okay, but now, so Ladybug said it depends on the crime.
What does that mean?
Why does your crime?
Okay, you know what? I kind of think she's meaning if it's somebody that's raping kids, then
all right, don't give them a job in a daycare.
No,
they still can't get the chance or the opportunity to show that they've changed.
Well, what the last thing she put was not all change.
How do you know that? We don't know that.
Unless you give them an opportunity. If you give them an opportunity, that second chance, and they ruin it, then by all means, but
go back to jail.
You still need to award individuals a second chance. It's not fair. If I committed a crime when I was a child or had a child like mine, and now I done did 20 years behind bars and I done grown up to be a grown man or a grown woman, you're telling me it's not possible that I changed from what I used to do? It is possible that I didn't, but why didn't I earn the opportunity with the 25 years of my life that I gave away? And I was a productive member. I went and did the programs. I went to school. I did everything to show that I'm attempting to grow.
Okay, but
why can't I get a job?
That's the truth, though, because then they go back to what they know. And
you're forcing them.
You're forcing them because as a society, we say, oh, we knew they was going back to jail because we're not giving them a chance.
Well,
We're not giving them a chance. We're not giving them a
You
chance.
gotta give them an
You gotta give them an
opportunity.
opportunity. If anybody has any insight, any input on anything that we're talking about, please call us at 215-909-6070. What did Ladybug say?
Ladybug said also, why are they paying for college degrees, but the civilians don't get an education, free education? And she says I'm trying to call in, so I don't know why.
Is the phone not ready? It says ready.
It says ready.
The phone is ready.
But let me say this.
Can I adjust that? Okay. First and foremost, when they go to prison and they're young, they need education. If you don't have education, you can't move forward. You cannot move forward. So I believe they already paying with their time. Give them a skill, give them the knowledge that they need to come out here and be productive people in society, and then they can go on about their business. Because some people do come out and be very productive in society. They make business.
They turn up in millionaires.
They have foundations.
Please.
A lot of ministers are ex-offenders, and they bringing you to the Lord. They know the Bible frontwards, backwards. And who's better than somebody that's down and out and was in prison and learn the Bible and know that you can get a second chance and learn who Jesus Christ is. So I believe that they should get education in jail. I believe that they should get a skill like plumbing, welding, all of those jobs that they could make a living for their families. They need to they need to also give them some type of, they can't just throw them out there. They've been in jail for 20 years. 20 years ago, it wasn't like what it is now. So they need some type of training and some type of mindset. No, to let them know, oh, it's now cell phone.
But I want to touch on what Ladybug. She's asking why are we even financing it?
Right.
All right, we're financing it, but to a level. A majority of the educators or the people that's training them, they're volunteering their time to help them become productive members. So we might not, you don't know for a fact that we're necessarily paying or compensating. But if we're going to pay for them to have 3 square meals a day, where I know working people who barely eat sometimes from paycheck to paycheck, if we're going to complain about educating, then we need to complain about that as well. They have to eat, so they have to learn. So if part of my taxes is helping them learn, if it's going to in return they're going to be an economical, productive member. Why not? Why can't they get real estate? You never know.
Ladybug put, I personally know people who did the crime, murder, and did the crime again. And let me say this. This is what I wanted to say. You got to remember in all of this we're talking about, that this society is geared to oppress a certain people. So when they let them out, this is the reason they don't give them the opportunity, because they want them to go back in.
Exactly, so that they can get more government money for having the body.
And not only that, prison is a big business.
I was just thinking, it's a multi-billion dollar business.
They make so much money.
Yes.
Right now, I know for a fact, you can get email in prison, right? They got this new app that you can email your now y'all know, everybody that has email, no email is free. But in the prison system, because they want to make money, you got to purchase stamps to send an email.
Wow.
And they make it big time, like you mailing a letter, and email is free. So they getting hand over foot money for free emails. Come on, that's not cool at all.
No.
So they making money off of the families that is taking care of their families in prison. So when a person goes to prison, the whole family goes to prison. We all are incarcerated with them, and we try to make it easier. We try to help them. Like, when you come out, please, I want you. But if they not coming out to a program, a possibility, they're gonna go back.
Exactly.
They're gonna a man's man is gonna be mad because he's gonna be like, yo, I can't take care of my family. I can't do this.
I gotta go to what I know.
I gotta go to what I know.
That murder might have committed murder by accident the first time and purposely the second time. You don't know.
She said my cousin murdered someone at 15.
As a child.
No, but listen to what she said. She said he had no remorse. The prisoners get too much.
He was a child. He was 15.
It's the same thing as if I go ahead
Oh my
and
God.
pickpocket or rob a candy store and think it's funny. I mean, yes, it took somebody's
I'm not
life,
saying,
but
okay,
a child
a
does
child.
not have the cognitive. Your friend CB put it plain. Someone who is a minor does not have the cognitive skills to completely understand
Preach, girl.
what the heck they have done. How do you know he wasn't raised and that's all he knows? How do you
Exactly.
know that an opportunity was not awarded to him? Whatever. Unless you were raised step foot with that person, you don't know. But a 15-year-old cannot make a determination. You know, they think it's fly. Oh, you disrespect me, I'ma snuff you. But that's not what makes you a man. But if he's taught that's what makes you a man, then he going to handle his business.
Well, the other thing is the way culture is now. It's promoting all of this.
Of course.
You know, so we need to, you know, again,
That's
you know, I always come back to this brown girl. I always come back to the message of the brown girl. We got to get more messages like that out, because that's how we teach them too. Because, you know, if I'm growing up in a home and my family has been incarcerated, that means I need to get a different mentality, you know, and this is
and
what
so that
we
it's
got
not glorified.
It's not, but you know what? And it's sad too, because the whole prison system is a culture.
It is.
It's a whole
It is.
culture. It's a whole like way of living. It's bananas.
They make the best grilled cheeses.
I'm
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
She had to go there.
I know people in prison who's buying 3 and 4 carat diamonds. I'm freaking. I know.
Oh my! There you go. There you go.
I'm
just saying that
it's a culture in itself.
It's a culture in itself, and it's crazy. And I know at 37 years old, I got to experience the prison system. I didn't want to. And I wrote a book called Family Time, Don't Get Caught Up, meaning that the whole family goes to prison when they go to prison. It's not just the inmate. It's the whole family outside. I mean, everything is centered around this prison life. Birthdays, holidays, Christmases, you got to send packages and all. And now you got to get stamps to send an email. I am floored. But that's what the prison system has become.
And that's what it does. Yeah. It does it to you all day, every day.
So I need to.
But actually,
our directors here, Mark, they're trying to call.
Somebody's trying to call.
They're trying, and it's not working. They're
saying they can't call in.
They can't call in.
Oh. Okay, Ladybug.
Try again. No, 215-909-607.
Give us one
moment, because we have.
Oh, look at this hat. Mark 5. Can you see the Mark 5? That hat is fly. I like that. Well, I want one of them. You get that from Liz?
Yeah, what happened to my?
Y'all supposed to be on the radio.
We are on the radio.
Okay, the number to call us to give us your.
Hi,
Lydia.
All right, Ladybug, you can try to call us now.
Not yet. But so finish talking about what you was trying to say.
You know, going to prison can have the opposite effect too, because years ago I was in, you know, a dark life. I went to Rikers Island for 1 day.
It was miserable.
But that's not prison.
No,
it's a form of it.
Rikers Island is prison. I don't know what you're talking about.
Central Bookings is prison.
Have you ever been there?
I was arrested.
No. Have you ever been to Rikers Island?
No.
That's prison.
It is.
I'm telling you that.
Even visiting
it's
prison.
No joke.
Even being a visitor.
I was there for one day.
Okay.
And it literally woke me up. It literally changed my life.
Oh, you was scared straight?
Man, I got home. The Lord spoke to me.
What he said? He said, "Don't do it no more. Don't do it no more."
He said, "I just gave you a little taste of what it is." He said, "If you don't change, that's where you're gonna end up." And I said, "No, I can't. It's no way I can live like that. There was no way."
It wasn't for you.
It's not.
But the thing is, though, you didn't know. Wait, but I have a question. I'm sorry. You didn't know prior to that experience that it wasn't for you?
Well, it's like this. You know, people, you know, I've had friends that they've been in and out of prisons their whole life. So my experience with prison was 3 hours at 16. I was in there for 3 hours. Then no.
That's a long time.
No, and it's all
With
full
they
of,
nasty
all of
Gilbert
it was for hopping the train. The next one was
You better get
just
your train.
and just under 2 days. The next one I spent a weekend. Now remember, these were 2 days, 3 days. None of that compared to 1 day in Rikers because I had never been there.
But just the idea of what jail and prison is, you can't get up and do what you want. You gotta follow all these rules. That alone wasn't enough before your complimentary visit to Rikers.
But the thing is, until you get there, you don't know.
Oh yeah, yes I do.
No.
I get there and I know. Well, I know right now.
Also, if you're living a certain lifestyle, you're not thinking about it.
I mean, I was living that lifestyle, and I still knew.
No, well,
that's not where I want to be.
Okay.
I was about to get nasty. I like to get stuff eaten.
Listen, don't get that. We on the radio.
Not by girls.
We on the radio.
But it's in that radio. I could be
we still on the radio.
As long as I don't cuss.
We on the radio.
No. As long as I don't cuss.
No.
I'm just saying. It's just there is nothing. I like good food, not stale bread sandwiches. I don't want to sleep with Big Bertha, nor do I want to smell her. So I know I don't want to go to jail. Okay. I don't want to go to prison. I don't want to be any of those places. So I am not putting myself in those type of situations. Well, you don't get caught putting yourself in them certain type of situations.
Okay, and let me ask you a question. Okay, now we talking about the prison system. What do you feel about love?
Okay, so
Love in the Prison System. What's that show?
I don't know the name of a show, but I do have a strong opinion about love in the prison system.
Okay, go ahead. Tell me.
To me, love is one of the most beautiful things that we've ever been bestowed upon us. I don't see how your address pertains to it. If both parties are more than willing to deal with said circumstances, whether she's locked up or whether he's locked up, no matter what it is, if that emotion or that link or connection occurs within the prison system, their address shouldn't matter. It really shouldn't matter, and it shouldn't determine if I can have a loving, lasting relationship.
Okay. So, do you believe in love at first sight?
I definitely do believe in love at first sight because God, I believe in the Creator, and the Creator has placed individuals here specifically for us. Now, if you're graced with the opportunity to come across your individual, then, kudos to you. You should be very, very proud. Hi, Wanda. I am being nice. I'm always nice. I'm sorry. I just feel like we should be able to have that connection. You meet someone, you're that connected, y'all flow. The animosity, there's none, or it's very limited. It's nothing that, you can't work through. I know people who are free in unhappy relationships. They can't work through anything. They don't communicate. I mean, if my dude was locked up, he's forced to listen to me. He ain't got nobody else to talk to but his other roommates. So, it's just, I don't see the non-benefits of it. The only non-benefits that my freaky behind has with it is I just won't be able to twerk on it too much. But sometimes you can get past that. Some people don't need to twerk as much as I do. I like to twerk on it.
Okay, the phone lines are now up.
Come on, Ladybug, please call in.
Because
she's really
909-6070.
She is really into this show.
I know. So call in now. The phone lines are now up. So if you guys have any comments or questions or any requests,
please call in.
So please call in at 215-909-6070. You can talk to us. Let us know what you think about what we're talking about, and we're gonna go to a song.
Yeah, we're going to go to a little.
Wait, we got a caller.
Caller. Pause on our break.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
You are on Brown
Brown
Girl
Girl
Hashtag We Got This.
Who are we
Who are
talking
we
to?
talking to?
Who's speaking?
Who's speaking?
Hi,
Who are you?
Ladybug.
Hey!
Okay, what are your thoughts on this subject?
Okay, well, let me first say, Miss Sophie, your hair was beautiful.
Thank you.
Your hair was beautiful, and Rebel, you are speaking the truth.
Speak it.
Thank you.
I want to first say this right here. I have people in my family who are incarcerated presently, who have been. I have people in my family who have actually committed murder, and they were able to get out. I hear what Miss Lady T is saying about a person
Miss LT.
15 years old is 10th grade, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
You may be young, but you know what the hell you're doing. Usually, I'm supposed to say hell. I have a 12-year-old, and my 12-year-old knows good and well what it means to kill somebody. You know, so I don't understand how we think that some people can't be rehabilitated. I get it. Some people, of course, to really find God and do the right thing. I get that. But I don't think it should be for everyone. I think we really need to dig deep to find out who are we going to give, I guess, opportunities to. Because I do also know people who actually came out, they killed somebody, they came back out and they killed somebody again. And I know two people that went on death row, and they had to, kill people. One was my friend. Her sister was murdered at 18 years old. The man, when they let him out, he killed like 19 people.
Wow.
Wow.
So my thing about it is that I'm not saying that people can't change. Believe me, I'm not talking about like if somebody murders somebody for some drug deal. I'm not talking about the self-defense, bloody crips. I'm talking about real people who have done some real major crimes, and they did it more than one time.
Well, I mean,
Ask you a question.
Why did they get an education? I don't even get that. I don't even comprehend that. How would they get an education when we have our own kids? Because I have a child in college right now, and he couldn't get some scholarships, but they paid for people to get a degree in jail. Come on, this ain't making no sense.
Okay, so I'm going to address your first question. The first thing that you said your 12-year-old knows right from wrong. How do we know the 15-year-old didn't know right from wrong? It depends on your upbringing and your surroundings. Because some of us, wait, let me finish. Some of us are a product of our own environment. Now, I know for a fact, as a school teacher, and you have your son, and you also said you have a son in college. So they are going to know what's right from wrong. They are going to know, oh, you're not supposed to go around the kids. Their upbringing is totally different from somebody that murdered somebody at 15.
But okay, but did you grow up in your cousin's household with him 24/7?
Yeah, but I noticed that we're very, very close.
But that doesn't mean anything. I know my family very well, and they all got murderers.
We all know this. You can raise kids right way. They turn their own direction. Do what they want to do.
Right, but we're talking, and I understand that, but we're not talking. But we're talking about murder because I know for a fact. I just interviewed someone that told me that they got into the game at the age of 7 because their father put guns and drugs in their book bag and told them to walk across the street through the school district to the other school district to deliver the guns and take the guns and the drugs out of his book bag, and then he went to school. So, and his father did that. His father introduced him that at 7. So that's a bad environment. So at 7, so at 19, if he kills somebody, I'm not surprised because look what he was just taught at 7.
But that's what I'm saying. I think that we should deal with this from a case to case. I don't think that everybody should be allowed to have these special.
No one said every
No,
They're just saying we should give
a chance.
So if that same person that's a murderer or who's psycho and a serial killer, I promise you they're not going to all programs, and I promise you they don't have good behavior. There's going to be some type of track record. But for those individuals who did commit a crime and have worked vigilantly to change their life around, to change their perception of the world, to change themselves totally, should be awarded the chance versus being told they can't even flip a burger at McDonald's.
Because
who are they going to kill? Who are they going to kill? The Nuggets? Like, let them get some money so that they can feel good about themselves and not want to go and beat somebody in the head and rob them, or help or mess with a helpless elderly person because they can't afford to eat.
Can I say this? I think both of you, Miss Lady, I think you all guys
My
are saying the
name's not
same.
Miss Lady.
No, Ladybug.
Okay. I'm sorry. I hear bug. She called me Miss Lady.
No. Miss Ladybug
My bad.
and Miss LT. I think all you guys are saying the same thing. You know, if somebody actually has a want to change their lives, then they should get that opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody doesn't change. You know,
not.
Some people just want to live miserable existence. Some people want to play victim.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are just mean and go
all the
always
way
be
general.
Mean. So it is
but
that's
something that
you said
enjoy beating
psychotic.
people
That
up and
means,
killing people.
Wait, she just said psychotic. That means they have a mental illness. So that's a
not-
whole
yeah,
other.
that's
That's a
not-
whole
that's
other.
our
That's a
topic,
whole
right?
other.
Yeah.
So I
Just
Somebody
to-
has raped somebody, has raped children. I'm not giving them no second chance. I don't care what y'all think.
no.
No in the world, if this person has raped a kid, have molested children, have murdered children, I'm just not going that route. And if y'all want to do that, we all entitled to our opinion. My opinion is I'm not going that route.
Okay,
Well,
but
can I say this?
if the courts, okay. So if they were found guilty, right, and the court found them and gave them a stipulated time, I give you 25 years to life with a chance of parole. They did 25 years, got their time served. They should not have the opportunity to make a living, is what I'm saying.
If they rape the child and kill children, hell no.
So what would you have them do?
I don't care what I'm gonna do with them.
Why are you yelling? Relax.
If somebody rapes one of my kids, kill one of my kids, it's a wrap. There's no in the world I'm going back to that. Well, I mean, what am I going back for? Come on. You might tell me y'all all got kids today. I'm not sure about
I have kids too.
No.
So you might tell me if one tonight come off.
Well, but they're gonna be dead if it comes to my kid. But I'm gonna be in jail. I'm the one that's in jail because now I'm going for them. But what I'm saying for the ones that did their time. They did their time. A lot of families forgive. Okay, they've done their time, and families forgive. Look at that mother, that man who killed her twins. She's standing by her man's side and forgave. Some people forgive. My thing is not saying forgiveness. My thing is not saying any of that. I'm saying they should not have an opportunity to make a living, to feed themselves. Or I'm gonna go rape somebody else so I can go back to jail where I know. No, give them an opportunity. No, you gotta. Well, but you're not God. You're not God. You're judging.
Okay.
I think we're
All right. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna take a break.
There's no break needed.
We're gonna take a break.
We're gonna
take a break.
Why?
You're
judging.
Okay, no, we're not. I'm not. She said she's judging.
Yeah.
All right, Miss Shasmith, thank you for calling in with
you.
your opinion. We're gonna go to we're gonna go to a song. Reggae, hit it.
Well, not reggae yet. Hold on.
Excuse me.
No,
That wasn't it.
Mom.
You didn't tell me.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean
Tell
to
me.
go there. Here.
She hit me.
I
Did I see abuse?
I did. I violently popped her.
Oh, break for love. Oh.
Let me know when I can come back.
You can come back in right after this song.
See, everybody getting in there now.
Oh, shoot.
We got the life coach and the therapist involved. Can I see more? I want to see what she has to say. Lydia, go to YouTube and put your comment on YouTube. I want to read it.
It's time to dance. Dance break, dance break.
Do you feel that booty on me? Oh, I can see it now.
Oh.
Hey, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
You know I love
Yes, no, here. Say hi to me.
Hi, Chris.
He can't see. Okay, good. Are you feeling this stuff? Let's do it. I put it down. I didn't know you see how we see with my eyes.
He's like,
I'm like, who's he doing on that?
No, I we said you can do right. Hey, break for love. you are listening and you are here. Hey, Joanne, thank you for everybody. Thank you
so much for
following and tuning in.
Going on live.
Yes, we are taking a break right now. We have some music going on, but we're gonna come back with more conversation about the prison system. We see heated, but you guys call in 215-909-6070. Put your comments in and let us know what you think, or call us and talk to Miss Shy Smith, because she got a whole lot
to say. Or you can also go to YouTube, search Sadora Radio, then find us, Brown Girl hashtag We Got This. We're on live, and you can put your comments in, and we will definitely discuss and express everything that you gotta say. Because you know we're gonna express what we gotta say.
Hey,
H-Jip, hi, babe. Hi, Joanne.
it's hot.
Who's Joanne? Oh, hi, somebody that loves her.
Give me that thing off now. So you have to break.
She got oh, hell no.
Because you know I
know what you ready to have.
I can't. I'm
Break the love.
You can't judge, and you have to learn to forgive. If that happens, you're right. You know where you're going to come down. Because if it happens to one of my kids, if I can't murder you,
but that's what we're talking about, right? It's not all crimes.
I didn't say all crimes. But now they're like yelling.
Still on YouTube Live.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the purpose.
That's the purpose.
We love that part, right? No, we love that YouTube camera. We love that YouTube camera. I'm cute. I'm gorgeous. We're not cute as the puppies.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Hey.
This is a fun show.
It is. Oh, guys, check out my glass. You like my glass?
It's beautiful. We
And
got merch.
And it has matching Brown Girl hashtag We Got This. Get your merchandise going. Get your merchandise.
Oh.
What? We not allowed?
No, the song wasn't played. That's what happened. Okay.
Oh, you didn't see the Miss LT. That's me.
My class.
She has one.
No, it got.
Yeah.
I'm devastated.
It wasn't my fault.
You didn't tell me.
I didn't know until I went to get out the car.
My feelings is all the way hurt.
It's not my fault.
I'm still gonna be upset.
But you called.
You alive? My glasses in. Get him! Look, Lydia Neely. Lydia, you need to call in 215-909-6070 so that Miss Ladybug can know and understand. Miss Ladybug, you know I love you. You my heart all day, Miss Ladybug. You know you my best.
How can I get one? Just
special order. Hit us up on our email, bgwgtradio@gmail.com or
Brown Girl, We Got This @gmail.com.
And you let me know, and I will definitely create one for you.
552.
See? What I'm going to do?
What do y'all want to do? Yeah, we need to come back and
Do yeah. So, what Charlaine's on hold?
No.
Oh. Okay. So then we're gonna.
Hold on.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we are back. Brown Girl hashtag We Got This. Ready?
This is author
Pamela J.
and Miss LT live on Sadora Radio.
This is a hot topic. I see everybody got comments. Please call in 215-909-6070. But also, we wanted to bring up some more stuff about the prison system. There is a lot of talent.
Well, before you go on to the talent, we do have a couple of comments that I just would like to express.
Go ahead.
Touching, because the talent, that's a subject in its own.
Okay.
Because it's a lot. Okay, so we have one of our viewers who says some individuals may have disorders that have never been assessed. socioeconomic issues, etc. There varies concerns to addresses. Prison reform is vital. If released into the same environment without a plan to reform a person, they will be bound to repeat the same behaviors again.
Preach.
Okay?
Preach.
Let me tell you, and this is from a highly educated woman who
Life
had
coach.
siblings, family, all types of walks, murder, everything. So you got to give people chances, and we're going to get her on the line. Hopefully, we can get her to call in. 215-909-6070. 6070. We're going to, around 6 and some change, we're going to take a quick little break. When we come back, we're going to touch back on the reform. Hopefully, we can get Miss Ladybug and Miss Lydia on the phone again so we can discuss this a little further in the second half. We're going to close, or at least close this hour with a little bit touch on the talent. We want you to see the talent, and then we'll talk about the talent, okay? There's amazing artists. I mean, this guy, where's the other picture? Where's the real picture? So they can see. Oh, ahead of time. Who is that?
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Oh, here you go.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi. This is Brown Girl Hashtag We Got This. Who are we speaking with?
Oh, Lydia.
You hear me? This is Lydia.
Hi. This is Miss LT.
And Arthur Pamela Tay.
And the Rebel.
And the Rebel.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, how are you, son?
Hi. Lydia, could you do us a favor and give us a call back in like 20 minutes? Or will you be otherwise detained?
Hello?
Okay, no problem.
Yeah,
Thank
because
you.
we're going to take a quick break, but we want to hear from you.
Okay, 20 minutes. Oh, you...
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. We're going to take this quick cultural break.
So you
Get a
guys
little
come
wine
back.
done, little wine.
Come back.
If you listen to Dora Radio, you're going to wine. Twirl it up. What? Cuck it up. Cuck.
Calm down.
And you need to turn that off because this is our break, right? That's our break, right? You need to turn that off.